Today we're making beets roasted with olive oil and balsamic vinegar, strawberry butter, and pink peppercorns. Have the beets here roasted, and we're going to reserve these juices that will be used in a couple of the garnishes, which I'll show in a moment. And while they're cooling, also have some strawberry puree, which is warming on the oven, and just going to whisk in a little bit of butter to this. Just do it slowly until it's creamy. And this is a Flora butter. It's a product that we use in some of our restaurants, quite versatile. Just be patient with this. You want it to be well emulsified. Just going to add a little bit more to that. Okay, so this is ready. I'm just going to set it aside for a moment. And now we're going to core the beets with this punch. Ideally, it works good the long way. And just going to push this through with the back of a spoon and lay them on this parchment. I'm going to get 4 of these, and I'm using pink beets and the typical red beet as well. Also trim the end a little bit if you want to. Just pull that off. But good to trim the ends if it's a little too dark. Get 2 more of those. Good to work on parchment because the beets can obviously create a little bit of a mess on your cutting board. That one's a little short, so I'm going to make another. So I have the beets, and now I'm going to start the plating process. Use a plate that has a little bit of contrast. I would not recommend using a white plate simply because the beets will bleed on the plate and end up not looking as nice. So we're just going to alternate the red and the pink beets. Season that with a little salt. And I'll give it a little bit of pink pepper as well. And I'm going to take some of the juices from the roasting, add it to the strawberries, and I also have a little bit of baby purple kale here. I'm going to add some juices to that before we massage it to break it down a little bit. So the fat and the olive oil and the warmth of your hands and a little bit of pressure will help soften that, make it a little palatable, easier to chew and eat. So just gently do that. A lot of it comes from the warmth of your hand, breaking down the fiber a little bit. You could do this with a regular kale salad as well. It's not quite as chewy and harsh. It absorbs the dressing a lot more. And then we have our strawberries. Grab another spoon. So the first thing will be to spoon a few of these strawberries over. And I want to get some of the juices as well, so I'm going to just let that all run together a little bit. And then we'll take our kale. Don't have to force it or try to make it perfectly arranged. Everything here is so colorful that you really don't have to worry about how it's going to look. Just try not to get too messy. Keep all the components tight so that with every bite you get to experience it all together. And then we have some flowers and a little bit of watercress. Again, keeping it all sort of tight and natural looking. And then just a couple of these beautiful pink flowers. Breaking it up a little, you don't want a whole mouthful of that. So you can see it's quite colorful. Then I'm going to add the strawberry butter. Actually, first I'm going to add a little pink peppercorn. Tiny bit of salt on the greens. You can also season them when they're being dressed. And then a generous amount of this strawberry butter, relatively close but not on the product. Just make it look a little bit abstract, it's totally fine. So there are roasted pink and red beets, watercress, purple kale, baby purple kale, strawberry butter, a little bit of fresh strawberry, and of course the cooking liquid from the balsamic and olive oil.